As we remember the lives lost on September 11th, 2001, it's widely known that many got exposed at Ground Zero, have higher numbers of cancers and other health issues then and even years later. According to Uniformed Firefighters Association, 341 firefighters, paramedics, and civilian support staff have died from post 9/11 illnesses. That almost equals the 343 firefighters who died during the attacks themselves. There's also fear deaths from 9/11 related illnesses may soon surpass the number of those who died that day. The FDNY wants to add new health conditions to the 9/11 compensation list, including lupus, psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, as well as cardiovascular diseases. Here to talk more about it, Executive Director of Health and Community Education at Piedmont Healthcare, Dr. Jayne Morgan. Dr. Morgan, thank you for your time this morning. Do you agree that these other illnesses should be added to the list and could be related to being at Ground Zero all those years ago?
This is absolutely a big topic about particulate matter in our environment. So what is floating in the air in our environment is we are Homo sapiens, meaning that we breathe in oxygen for life. And so what's floating in the environment is incredibly important. When they looked at first responders, they looked at three different groups: those that arrived first, those that arrived second, and those that arrived later in the afternoon or the following day. And each successive group had fewer and fewer incidences of cardiovascular disease, which is incredibly important to me as a cardiologist, but also cancer and autoimmune disease, with those who arrived first having the highest reported incidences and also deaths. When we talk about particulate matter, what is floating in the air, then that's incredibly significant to 9/11, in addition to wildfires and other things that we're seeing now in the environment.
How long can particulates stay in the air? And then I also think about them dropping to the ground and being part of the soil and the environment for much longer.
And so as we learn more and more about particulate matter, the finer the particulate matter, the more damage that it can cause to the lungs, because it's able to get deeper and deeper into the lungs and trabeculate because it's so fine and can cause damage. So what happens? We get an entire inflammatory process in the lungs and in the body. And that inflammatory process, we now know, is a trigger for heart disease, but also other disease processes like cancer and autoimmune diseases. That's why we start to talk about how diet can also decrease the inflammatory processes in the body as well, and why it's important for people to understand how diet and hydration also interact with inflammatory. So this is all interrelated, especially as we have gone through this heat wave this summer. Heat and humidity also create a suspension of particulates in the air. Bacteria increases illnesses. And so as we see our climate warm up as well, and this heat wave this summer, we also saw an increased incidence of illnesses.
Yeah, and we also had lots of wildfires this summer as well. There was a new study found dementia is one of the possible impacts of exposure to wildfire smoke and the particulates that creates. One researcher at the University of Michigan said a new study suggests particulate matter air pollution from agriculture and wildfires might be more neurotoxic compared with other sources. They say more research needs to be done here. I mean, we know smoke is bad for us, how long it lingers in the air. What's your takeaway from some of this new research as it pertains to wildfires?
Marni, I saw that research and also the research out of the University of New Mexico, and this dovetails with exactly what we're talking about with the 9/11 exposure of the first responders and this inflammatory process. What happens is particulate matter gets into the body. It can lodge in arteries. It can increase the risk of blood clots. It can stimulate an inflammatory process, and we have all types of small capillaries and arteries that feed the brain as well. And those are not exempt from being impacted. That's actually how different types of dementia are created. You have different insults to the brain as those arteries start to close and block off. So we should expect to see the exact same thing in the brain as we are seeing in the heart. And so dementia should not be a surprise. this as we continue to study how particulate matter is impacting the entire body.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.